Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you've all had the best week. As the title would suggest, today I'm going to give 5 different tips, like 5 things to make you feel better about your acne. So the reason for this video is because I found an old diary this week from back when my skin had really broken out, like really broken out, back in 2015 when I'd come off the pill and my skin just flared. If you haven't been to my channel before, then I'll put a picture up on screen now of what my skin used to look like. And as you can see, I've been through quite the transformation. My skin is now almost completely clear. Like, I do get the occasional odd spot, but I'm super happy with how it looks. But if you want to find out all the details on how I did that, then I'll link my acne story up on screen now. So click on that and you can go and have a look at that journey. But yeah, today's video is inspired by this diary because I was reading through it, and amongst all the heartache and like really sad days, I found some real positive bits that I thought I could share. So it inspired me to put together these 5 tips just in case it can help anybody else out there going through the same thing. So yeah, let's jump into it with the first tip. So for me, this is probably one of the biggest ones, and that is to talk about it. And I know it can seem a little bit scary when you feel like it's your biggest insecurity, but I promise you, by talking to somebody who actually really cares about you, you're gonna feel so much better about being able to open up about how your acne is making you feel. Because trust me, this does not get talked about enough. I think it's very easy for some people just to assume that acne is just like a superficial thing, like it's all based on your appearance. But honestly, how that makes you feel is so huge, and it definitely caused a lot of emotional stress for me. So I would say opening up and talking is one of the biggest tips I can give you if you are wanting to make yourself feel better about your skin. And I don't mean talking about it how I did in a really insecure kind of way, because I don't think this helps either. But by that I mean, I would talk about acne in the worst possible situations. Like, I'd be queuing up in the communal kitchen where I worked, and like if somebody was by the coffee machine and asking, you know, oh, do you want to go next? My initial reaction would be just to divulge my entire life story about my skin. Like, no, I'm not having any caffeine at the moment. I'm really trying to clear my skin up. My skin wasn't like this before. I'm now just waiting for it to clear up. Like, just really inappropriate times I'd bring up my skin. And just, yeah, in general, talking about it when it didn't need to be spoken about. But really, it was an insecurity, and it was for me to just say, hey world, I know I've broken out, like I know you can see this acne on my face, but I am doing something about it. But you don't need to do that. You don't need to explain yourself to anybody ever whatsoever. So by talking about it, I don't mean that. I mean just being honest and talking to somebody who cares about you, who loves you, who can support you. Because yeah, like I said, it can be quite emotionally distressing if you have broken out all of a sudden. And yeah, even if you haven't, even if this has been an ongoing situation, even more so, like I feel like it's really important to talk to somebody about these things. Also, just carrying on from that quickly, I think that's another reason why I absolutely love the acne community over on Instagram. All you need to do is just search the hashtag acne positivity, or even follow me over on Instagram at Sarah_skin_story. And I promise you, there is just so many people going through a very similar thing, and being able to talk about it on there just really does help. Like emotionally, like you feel like you're supported, and also you can support other people going through the same thing. So yeah, I just thought I'd add that on to the same thing, just in case you feel like there isn't anybody in your life that you could really like talk about this with. So tip number 2 is gratitude, and I cannot tell you how much this has improved my life, like beyond belief, to be honest. Like, how I feel about myself, my skin has completely changed since starting a daily gratitude practice. Now, I'm not saying I'm perfect at this, because I've been doing this for a year and it still is definitely a practice, but I used to get so caught up in all the things that I didn't have. I would get so caught up wishing for something else and not appreciating what I had in that moment, because I feel like when you have acne, or at least it did for me, it just felt all consuming. I would spend so long researching how to get rid of my acne that I didn't really appreciate the things that were going well in my life, like whether that be my job, my relationships, where I lived, you know, all these things that can actually make your life really amazing. I just kind of forgot about those things and was just so like tunnel focused on my skin. So yeah, starting a daily gratitude practice honestly can help you in so many ways. And I don't mean this from a place of like, I've got this down, I'm perfect at it, because trust me, I'm not. But yeah, it certainly helps, and it can make you feel amazing. So my 3rd tip is remembering that this isn't forever, okay? Acne is definitely temporary. You don't need to think of this as a life sentence. I know when you're going through like an acne treatment, or you're doing something like proactive for your skin, waiting for your skin to clear feels like an absolute eternity. Like, trust me, I've been there. I know exactly how that feels. I used to count down the days on my calendar, and it would actually drive me insane. And I promise you, if there's one way you want to slow down healing, slow down progress, it's to track how long things are taking. Because waiting for your skin to clear will just take even longer and it will feel like forever. So there's two things you really can do. You can spend your entire time focused on your skin, obsessing over any minute changes, or you can just get on with your life and trust that your body will heal. If I was going to go through this all over again, I would honestly spend some time doing some research so that I had a game plan, like something that I could do that would mean that my skin was naturally going to heal. Whatever that plan may be, and yeah, I obviously would advise going to seek professional help like a dermatologist, but whatever it is that you're going to be trying for your skin, I would focus on that, do the research, make sure you've got a game plan in place, and then forget about it. Like, go on and do things that you enjoy. This is actually something I tried when I was an Accutane. Because I'd spent so much of the previous year obsessing over my skin, at the time it just felt like it took forever. But I decided when I was on Accutane I wasn't going to do that anymore. Like, I was solely focused on taking Accutane. I knew that time had passed, I needed that 6 months, and during that 6 months I wasn't going to give it any attention. I was going to get on with my life, focus on work. I found a new job, I did lots of other things in my life that just meant I could, yeah, progress, and I wasn't in this kind of like state of just obsessing over my acne all the time. It is hot today, guys. It's like one of the hottest Sundays we've had all year. And yeah, I've got the windows closed because I'm filming this, but I'm absolutely boiling. Okay, so my fourth tip, and this is one of my favorites, so it is affirmations. And if you haven't heard of what affirmations are, essentially they are phrases or words, something positive that you tell yourself over and over again so that it reinforces that, so your whole body can feel it. Like, so if you want to heal your skin, you can have affirmations for that, but also if you want to be making other changes in your life, you can also have affirmations for them. So the best way that I found to do this is by writing them down on post-it notes and sticking them up against my mirror so that if I'm doing my makeup in the morning, I can read them to myself. I also have them in my phone, so I have them as my screensaver. I've done lots of things actually with affirmations over the years, but I found that when I was really trying to heal my skin, these really did help. And actually when I was doing my makeup, I felt so much more positive, rather than sitting there obsessing over every single pore. It just meant I had something else to give my attention to, and yeah, it made me feel good. It uplifts you. If you want somewhere to start, then I really would suggest looking up Louise Hay. She is like, I guess, the queen when it comes to affirmations and positive thinking. So yeah, go and check her out. I've actually read one of her books again this year, and yeah, she's great. Honestly, definitely would recommend Louise Hay and writing affirmations just to get yourself out of what might feel like a period of feeling really down about your skin. Okay, so tip number 5 is treat yourself. And I mean this wholeheartedly, because I know for the longest time when my skin was really bad, I just stopped myself from buying things I liked, like clothes, makeup, skincare. I just thought the whole thing was a waste of time. I just felt, I don't know, I felt a bit worthless, like I felt quite ugly, and I didn't think there was any point. But there was a day when I decided, and I read this back in my diary, that I went out and I actually treated myself to just a new dress, and it wasn't like something amazing, it was honestly just a plain black denim dress, but I put that on and I felt great. And for the whole day, you know, trying it on, like wearing it out that evening, I honestly felt so much better about myself, and it totally took away the attention from my skin. And I'm not going to lie and say, oh, I just forgot about it and it just felt like I had clear skin, because that's not true, but it did feel like such an improvement on all the weekends previous where I just sort of sat at home and did nothing, and just felt, you know, sorry for myself really. So yeah, taking yourself out, it doesn't have to be something aesthetic that you buy to make yourself feel good, but just going out and treating yourself, whether it be, you know, treating yourself to eating whatever you enjoy eating, treating yourself to going to the park and, you know, not caring about what people think about your skin, but just doing what you enjoy doing and just making sure you're doing things you love. That is my biggest tip, honestly, like treating yourself, enjoying yourself. Like, you don't have to wear this, like, I don't know, this armor that sort of says, you know, I can't enjoy my life because I'm waiting for my skin to clear up, or, you know, I'm protecting myself by not putting on loads of makeup because I don't want to draw any attention to myself. Like, you don't have to live by those rules at all. So yeah, do what you need to do, and I promise you your skin is going to heal. Like, do not wait around, like, just get on with your life. I promise you it makes things so much quicker and so much better. So if you haven't seen my video on how I actually cleared my skin, like my entire acne journey, then I'm going to link that on screen now. So yeah, if you're interested, click the box below and I will see you over there. Bye guys. Really researched my skincare routine. Like, I took it to the next level. I was really working out what the active ingredients are to fight acne and what I could do to really put together a strong routine. If I thought I was doing a good routine before, I really took it very seriously after this.